What's up, y'all? My name's Eric Jordan.
I'm Anthony Sellers.
And this is Browns in Our Blood. Let's get to it. Recap of the Ravens game. Deshaun is growing pains. It's just growing pains. We got to live through it. You can't skip this process.
No.
You just got to live through it. Defense, I'm happy with that.
They were on the field a lot, so.
Duke showed up. Finally.
We talk about finally.
I'm just saying. I remember the hype on Duke, and this is what I was expecting to see. I ain't see this until this year.
We have a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
If they utilize them right. Like we were talking before getting started, you said two tough defenses back to back.
Yeah. It's a good gauge. And, you know, I'd rather him start off like this and see what, know what to expect, and then come down to somebody like Indy.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin Hogan did not look bad.
No, he didn't.
Like, I was like, leave him in. I mean, like, he did not look bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird seeing him just go in, and there was no rhyme or reason why. I was like, well, what happened? Why is he in?
Right.
Like, did they really have that short of a leash? But then when it got explained, it was like, okay.
Right. And I see on our production sheet, you have, did you miss Osweiler?
I did not put that in there.
Who put that in there?
Kellen Conley put that in there.
Kellen Conley. Well, there's your shout out, Kellen Conley. It's your dumbass question. Do we miss Osweiler? We don't miss him. Like I said, you can't skip this process. Deshaun's gonna figure it out. Two great defenses from the back. I think that's a good way to start out.
Good
beat
test.
them up.
Yeah, good test.
Yeah, beat them up. How can the Browns get going earlier?
Honestly, I've been thinking about that. I have no idea. Because it's like, I mean, both games they started with the ball first, right?
Right.
Yeah. So both games they started with the ball first. Both games with 3 and outs. And it's like the running game isn't showing up.
Oh.
Like, we're one-dimensional.
But I think that's actually really it. The running game has to get going. That's how we get started earlier, is if the running game gets going. Crow, come on, man. But I mean, it's really the O-line.
Yeah. The one thing that got me was like there in the third or fourth quarter when we had that first and goal, second and goal, and they decided to run the power, like QB power with Kaiser.
Yeah.
Like, just give it to Crowell.
Yeah.
Like,
just give it to Crow.
Line up the 3 tight end formation with the fullback and give it to Crowell and just go at it.
Yeah.
Like, pound it down the throat, old style, just old school. Go old school every now and then. You don't need to be a little too cute.
I wouldn't
go ahead. It felt like it was too cute.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind some more screens. You know, especially with Days back there. Get Dave some more run, and Duke with Days and Duke. Give me some more screens, some more easy outlets.
Just quick throws for Kaiser.
Yeah. So who stood out in the game to you? Who stood out?
I personally, I like Duke. I like Jason McCourty getting the interception too. Like, on defense, it's, when you're on the field that much, it's hard to really come up with a lot of big plays, I feel like.
Right.
And I don't know, he stalled one good drive with that interception. We didn't turn it into points, but
Right. To me, the defense is standing out. It's evident we ain't no pushover on defense.
No.
Yeah, it's evident. And back to Duke. Duke is standing out.
That catch was
amazing. Right now, the catch of the year.
Yeah,
right
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Shoot, Duke might be giving Crow a little run for that spot. Shoot.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think defense is the star right now.
I want to see him start forcing turnovers, a couple more. Like, you know, when you're on the field that much, I feel like they gotta. I mean, they had to pick each game, but I would like to see him just create a couple more turnovers.
We did get a pick, but there was opportunity for more picks.
Yeah.
So they get their hands on the ball. They create turnover opportunities.
Right.
Which is awesome.
Yes, and we need more of that.
We need more of that. Joe Thomas got his 10,000 snaps.
That was awesome.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Congrats to that.
Joe, I know you're on your senior tour right now, but bro, come on, man, get that O-line going, man. We put money into that thing. Get that O-line going.
Yeah.
Keys to winning in Indianapolis.
Well, we already touched on one part. Run the ball. And then I'm with the creating turnovers. Keep creating turnovers. I think we got a real good chance to do a lot of damage there because Indianapolis They're starting Brissett again, I think. So, real good. Indianapolis just looks, they overall look terrible.
I'm glad I didn't touch him in fantasy. I was thinking about it, but no. Even though I got T.Y. Hilton, and he's doing not a damn thing.
Yeah, I have T.Y. in another fantasy league, too.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
we played 2 good teams and 2 good defenses. Now I feel like we're playing a regular team.
Yeah, so.
And so
now the talent will shine.
Yes. So this will be a really good gauge, like, honestly, where we're at. I know people outside looking at us at 0-2 and like, oh, I know where you at. No, you can see little things.
Yeah, you see a lot of differences.
See a little things. I saw a lot of things in these first 2 games. A lot of very good, productive things.
Yes.
But this will be a good test to see, have we really improved like we thought we had.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's very conceivable. If we have improved the way we thought, it's very conceivable by in the week 5 or 3-2. Because all those games are winnable.
This is like a must-win game, right?
I kind of feel that way too.
Yeah, we have to win this one.
Yes.
Or it's like, all right, this is the Browns I know. I love them, but this is the Browns I know. So
yeah.
And that's fine. We got picks. I'm cool with that. I thought this might be the year, it might be next year. But this is the game I think we really determine that. Like, okay, or oh, okay.
Yeah. I agree with that. Who do you got as your X factor?
X factor this week against Indy. I really want to see some domination. There ain't no X factor. I want to see domination on the defense, and I want to see Kaiser do his thing. So, not saying Kaiser going to go out there and throw 300 yards, but no more turnovers.
Yeah, take care of the ball.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I know. They signed Jordan Leslie back to the practice squad. So, do they call him up later in the week?
I saw Keeson Williams was out. I wonder if he got hurt in practice or something. You know how I know he's out? Because I picked him up on one of my fantasies. This is like I picked him up in fantasy on one of my teams because I was like, he's going to be the sleeper.
If you're not going off speculation type, then I think Crowell is the big X factor this week. But if you want to speculate, then it could be like Jordan Leslie, or if they bring him up to the active roster.
Is Sammy Coates even getting snaps?
Yeah, he got snaps last week.
Did he?
He was pulling a Kenny Britt type with no effort.
Was he?
Yeah.
He's known for that. I seen him do that in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So did you watch the whole game?
I did.
You got NFL Replay.
Yep.
NFL Replay, that's a plug.
Game Pass.
I did. I had to go off highlights, because, down here Steeler country, so you know who we was watching down here in West Virginia. I guess you would want to talk about the fantasy league since you was in second place. Who won the first week?
First week I won.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I was the first week?
I don't remember the first week. I think it was me and Gary up top the first week.
I know I was last this week. Last.
Kellen was first this week.
Big shout out, Kellen. Now, how does that work? Would it have all our wins at the end of the season?
Yeah.
So that's how we're just gonna do it? Or how do we?
I mean, it can show it by total points throughout the season. Like, it's whoever ends up accumulating the most points throughout the season. So.
Did Hyphen win $10 yesterday?
7.
He won $7 yesterday?
Yeah.
So you can win money each week?
Yes.
Y'all can win money in our league, man. Better join that FanDuel league.
bit.ly/BIOB FanDuel.
The first couple of weeks, I ain't been doing nothing in fantasy. The first week of fantasy, I did do something, just not in this damn league with these guys. But this week, I think I lost every damn freaking game. I think I lost every game this week in fantasy.
I did in my season longs.
Did you?
So both season long leagues I lost. I'm 0-2. I've lost every week.
Well, at least I'm 1-1 in all but one. I'm 0-2, and the one and then the one league that talks the most trash, Gridiron. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm 0-2 in that league. It's early.
You got a lot to go, yeah.
Yeah, I watched Indy play. Yeah, they having some issues over there. The quarterback play is. That's why I mean, man, it's gonna be a really good gauge for us because their QB play is worse than ours for sure. For sure.
I asked this to Gary on our Fantasy Football Bosses podcast. How many games does Andrew Luck help them win? Like, if he's in the lineup, how many they go from, like, without him, they go from, like, a 3-win team to what if he's in the lineup?
Man, he's like the MVP. He's like the MVP. Man, think about how bad they are. I mean, ain't nothing changed but him.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing really changed but him. Man, Andrew Luck's the truth. I know T.Y. Hilton saying that. I know Dante Moncrief is saying that. Shoot. Miles back this game?
He might. They haven't ruled him out yet, so.
Hopefully Miles will be back. We'll see that. But honestly, let him sit. I want to see how this team does as is against the Colts. 3 spot for AFC North is looking for the taking because Cincinnati is having some issues.
That's what we got in week 4.
Yeah. Got to be Marvin. I hate to say it, Mr. Lewis. You know I respect you and all, but you're the common denominator in this one, bro. I think they tuning you out. They tuning Marvin out. To football bosses Gary. Fantasy football bosses Gary. What's the daggone fantasy name again?
Keeping it squatchy.
Keeping it squatchy. Still, what the hell does that mean?
Still waiting for the response for that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the response.
If you guys play fantasy football, check out my podcast called Fantasy Football Bosses. You can look it up on YouTube, iTunes, and Stitcher.
Also join our FanDuel League. We play every week on Sunday. I'm going to win it. I'm down 0-2, but I'm going to end up winning this. It's going to be a great comeback. Watch this. Yo, my name's Eric Jordan.
I'm not Eric Jordan.
That's Anthony Sellers. And this is Browns in Our Blood. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo.